Alexa, play music.
Here's a mix for you on Amazon Music.
Good morning. What is this? What's going on? Alexa, next. Good morning. Somebody give me a song to listen to. I know this song, I think. Good morning, fuckers.
Strangers. From strangers
into brothers. East, what are you doing? Wait, East, I need you to confirm something for me. Don't leave.
But you didn't see me.
Have you finally seen The Truth of Craig? Like, Alexa, volume 2. East, come back. I got a question. Where are you at? Girl! Morning. Yes. I fucking knew you would eventually get it. I was just talking about this the other night in William Wallace's Live. I was like, I don't think East isn't stupid. Like, I know she sees the shit. You know what I mean? Like, I know you see that shit. I knew you saw that shit. I have faith in you. I have faith in you. I'm proud of you, East. I'm fucking proud of you. I don't care if nobody else says it. I'm gonna say it. I'm proud of you, East. I'm very proud of you. I'm curious, like, what did it? Like, what was, like, the thing that, like, pushed you? Like, what was the last straw, I guess, so to speak? I'm curious about your last straw moment. Did he try to gaslight you or something? Because listen, he does that. I seen it, but loyalty kept me from actually looking at it. He sent me texts that didn't go. I get that. I totally get it. Morning, Pop-Tart. Like, East, I get that 100%. Why he told me and he tried to gaslight me. He gaslit the fuck out of me. That was my, like, moment of, like, wait the fuck a whole minute, bro. And then, you know, obviously things started, like, coming up after the fact that cemented it. But you're a loyal person. I can't argue that, East. You are loyal to a fucking fault, bro. But he never deserved your loyalty. Literally ever. I'm sorry that you did something for somebody else that would never be reciprocated, though. Because the way that is a horrible fucking feeling when you are so loyal to someone and, like, such a good friend to someone and they would never reciprocate that. And it's a really shitty feeling when they don't reciprocate. Hi, Bark. Thanks, honey. So I do want to say that I'm genuinely apologetic and feel awful that he was such a shitty friend to you and you were such a loyal friend to him. You deserve better. Nobody deserves a friend like that. Craig. Good morning. Yeah, we're talking about Craig. First time I called him out, he called Brittany Ann about me and then accused me of it. Yeah, he's really good about, like, Craig's very good about accusing you of doing the thing that he's doing. That's just Craig. He will be doing fuck shit behind the scenes, but then accuse everybody else of doing said fuck shit behind the scenes. So I'm not really surprised. But I still feel awful because you were a good ass friend to him. Like, that's fucked up. I hate when people do that, man. Dude, it, like, irritates the shit out of me. You literally, like, went above and beyond for Craig East. Like, we all see it. Regardless of whether we've all disagreed, agreed, fought, whatever. I don't think there's anybody who can say that you weren't a loyal and good friend to him, you know? This stupid app. Y'all, can y'all tap? Because somebody is just bullshittingly reporting me right now. Apparently people can sell bikinis on TikTok Shop, but God forbid I'm in a sports bra. God forbid. Okay. Are you trying to come up, Bark? Or is that accidental? So. Ace, you still here? Because I got a follow-up question. I was curious, like, what did he try to when he was trying to gaslight you, what did he try to gaslight you with? Like, accident. Okay. He is such a user. He uses everybody for what he can get out of them. And then he'll hold shit over people's heads. Like, he was like holding shit over Shell's head. I vaguely remember him saying he had dirt on like Patriot Mama and he was using that, like holding that over her head. Like, that's just what he does. And they're very different. Sam, you're also more, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know the word I'm looking for. Ignore that. That happens. Either. I mean, I don't think East is probably not proud of everything she did on behalf of Craig. You know what I mean? Like, listen, as somebody who's been loyal to a fault with a friend who would have gone above and beyond and defended them till the fucking cows came home, like, I've been in East's shoes before with people. Like, people that, like, were, like, my best friends. You know what I mean? So, like, when we care about people, we gonna fight. You know what I mean? I can't condemn East for being a good friend when I would have and have in the past with other people done the exact same. You know what I mean? Like, I would just be a hypocrite. I would just be a hypocrite. Hey, Blondie. I always wonder, East, are you still in here? Because I always wondered why she didn't end up walking with Laura. Because I feel like she saw it then, but like, you know what I mean? Like, she obviously saw something then. Hello, happy Saturday. And I'm just genuinely curious, like, what made her stop? Like, why she didn't walk with Laura. East, where'd you go? East, I'll give you a box. You can, you know, I won't let anybody else in. Like, if you want to take a box and talk about anything. I don't even know if she's still here. But if you are and you hear me, just know. I'll give you a box and won't let nobody else in. Unless you, like, want them to come in, obviously. Oh, hold on. That was an accidental one. We need to disconnect that one. Oh, disconnect Bark. Bark was accidental. I think East is gone. But I do genuinely, and y'all might think I'm crazy for this, but I'm too much of a gracious person sometimes, I guess, with humans. But I do genuinely feel bad that she was so loyal to somebody who didn't share that loyalty with her, who didn't reciprocate that loyalty.
I'm gonna play the devil's advocate on this like a motherfucker.
Of course you're
You
gonna play the
know.
devil. That's what
You
you
know.
do, Sam. You play the
Because
devil.
you know.
I'm much more like, oh well, I'm a human and you're a human, and that's kind of my attitude with things.
No,
And you're
you
like,
gotta
no,
remember that
bitch.
Craig didn't kick all of us out. East did. It was all on East's behalf. She did all that shit on her own. Because Craig was already walking out of the app, bro. We're giving her a little bit too much grace here. They both use each other. It's hilarious. I love this because I called it and Aaron called it. Dude, I'll find the fucking text message that I sent him before I left that group, and I told him everybody warned him that East was using him to get that clout, and she was gonna ditch him when he was no longer useful. And she dwindled that group little by little. She kicked all of his supporters out. Just saying. Listen, they're both terrible. Like I'm not.
Listen,
I don't think either one.
listen. East knows that she has done some pretty heinous things, right?
But she did it on her own behalf. That's
But
the only
hold on.
reason she clung to him.
My point being though, like I guess in my head I can separate things. Like I can separate that and also understand like two truths can happen simultaneously. Like
I
she
can see
can do
that.
what she did and simultaneously still have been like, I still do believe that she was a good friend to Craig. Like I do still
Laura
believe
did
that.
but if you look at it through the lens, right? Now go back and watch the lies where she was like going at Laura. She lied. She was gonna go with Laura. Laura
Well,
started
that's
questioning
the
things
one
because they
question
both started.
that's the one question I was hoping she would stick around and answer for me though, is like, why didn't she, like, you see it now, obviously, which I'm happy she does. Like, go you see through the bullshit. But you obviously saw through the bullshit to some extent then. What stopped her from walking with Laura then? That's the
Her
question.
vendetta against Brittany Ann. It was always about Brittany with East. That's why. Her hatred clouded her judgment.
I mean, and that happens. And if that's the case, like, you know what I mean? Like, if East were to get up here and say, yeah, like, I let my beef, my issues with Brittany and cloud my judgment and get in the way, and I would be like, you know what? First of all, I think everybody's done that. Nobody's exempt from that, right? Everybody's done that to some extent. But also, like, and not just specifically Brittany Ann, but like with any other person they like have a beef with. But also, like, simultaneously, like, respect for, like, owning it.
She hasn't owned anything yet, though.
No,
Like,
but what I'm saying
mean?
is, I'm saying, like, hypothetically, if she were to get up here and say, I let my hatred and my beef with Brittany get in the way, cloud my judgment, I would give her respect for owning that. You know
I
what
am
mean?
just so angry right now that it's my bedtime. Like, it's literally like past my bedtime. It's midnight for me. I'm having my cigarette, I'm going to bed, and I'm going to bed knowing that I'm going to miss all the fun. And I am so mad about that.
It's not even 8 a.m. here. What's going on?
Well, the crackheads better wake up at noon because I'm going to be pissed if they don't.
So East came in and I asked her if she was done with Craig,
Hey,
basically, and she said yeah. And then we were just talking about, like, that whole situation.
Well, I heard that that East and all them went into Sabrina's live, Craig's ex, to talk some mad shit about Craig. And I'm like, you guys gotta remember, every leak that ever came out from that group has always been from East. It's always been controlled by East. And a lot of people like warned him and said, yo, this is what she's doing. She destroyed his support. That's what she did.
No,
And it's hilarious to me.
I'm not gonna blame it solely on East though. As somebody who also supported Craig at one point, he destroyed his own support to a large extent. Well,
he
before
did,
East
but
started coming along.
But it was always on behalf of East that he went against.
No, but like it really like wasn't though. He started like months before. He started destroying that support in like December of 24.
It started when you guys left, like you and
Like,
April left.
because
That's when little by
by
little.
like the end of December of 2024, me and James had already had numerous conversations where we were like, what the fuck? Like this is fucking crazy. Like he had already started destroying it himself months before East came around. So I mean, like, maybe to some extent with certain people she played a part, but in large part, Craig destroyed it himself.
I don't know. You were more in the know than I was.
Like,
So
even
I'm just an observer. I don't know, Bart, because like East is extremely selfish and always made it about herself. Even when Craig was off the app, like anytime she didn't get any attention, she would bring Craig's shit back up just so she could get that attention, bro. Like, come on now, we can't all have amnesia about this shit. This
I
is
mean, like,
crazy.
I'm not gonna discount what East did or said. I'm not gonna like pretend none of it ever happened. Like, don't think that that's what's happening here. I'm not.
They're both co-pilots, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That plane was flying because both of them were steering.
But Bark's right. We all did try to warn her. Like, every single one of us tried to warn her. Like, I remember June of last year when I walked away from Craig trying to, like, warn her. I mean, like, East vendetta against Brittany didn't help anything. I don't think that helped anything. But I also don't. I think there can be multiple things true at the same time.
All right, I'm gonna jump off because I need to go
Okay,
to bed.
bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Like, and like, it's kind of one of those things too. Don't judge me. It's kind of one of those things too. Like, if you put yourself in those shoes and like think from your own perspective, like you've probably done it. I think like East. I genuinely think that. Aw, thanks. That's so cute. Yeah, I agree. Like, I see the bigger picture with it, and I think that's what's hard for me is that I can't look at like through one single lens. Like, I have to look at like the whole picture. Requesting me to keep saying I am. All right, you're fine. I kind of figured you weren't intentionally requesting. Like, and I'm sure like if you ask East, like, East, if you can hear this question, right? If you ask East, like, are you proud of the things that you did on Craig's behalf? She's probably going to be like, no. Like, I should have never done this. I should have never done that. I wish I had. Like, she probably does have regrets. I have no doubts. Also, I would be a hypocrite not to extend grace to her when grace was extended to me. I don't know. I agree, Mark. I think she's a very loyal person, and it's hard for her to see beyond that loyalty. I do think that, like, her issue with Brittany clouded judgment and played some part of it, even if it wasn't consciously, like, even if it was like a subconscious type of thing. But again, two truths. You know what I'm saying? Two truths. Two things can be true at one time. But like, if she, like, what she said when she came in was that like he lied to her and then was like trying to gaslight her. And this isn't the first time we know that she's caught him lying, because she caught him lying before. I'm sure it stings. I'm sure it doesn't feel good. Do we know what he lied to her about? I don't know what he lied to her about. I asked earlier, but I think she like popped out when I had asked. If she's still in here, she wants to like take a box and answer anything, I will keep the boxes empty so she doesn't feel like she's getting ganged up on, or you know what I mean? Like anything like that. But if she wants, East, if you're in here, you can take a box if you want. Her part when this happens, because you see it corrupted. But I don't know what he lied about. She just said that he had lied to her and then tried to like gaslight her, which I know what Craig's gaslighting is like also. So I'm not shocked in any capacity. In any capacity. No, Laura, don't worry. Huh? Oh, no, Laura. Yeah, Laura's not here. Not Craig lying and then gaslighting. Are we surprised that Craig would lie and then gaslight? Never. What? Not Craig. He would never do such a thing. He would never. And I think too, like just from my own experience, right? Like when you have like a history with somebody, and like I've said this quite a few times in the like, I don't know, the last year, a little over a year now. I let my past, my history, my interactions, etc. with Sam and Brittany like cloud my judgment when it came to Craig. Again, I would be a fucking hypocrite to be like, well, you're like to be shitty and get sideways for having done the same thing. So I'm not going to be a hypocrite in that sense. Like I just won't. Like, but been there, done that, can understand how that can happen. Now, are they different situations, different? Yeah, still can understand. Like, but like I said, you know what? Like, I'd be proud as fuck of East. If she's just like, yeah, you know what? Like, I let my own shit get in the way and clouded my judgment. That's what I did. Like, go girl. You go Glen Coco. You go Glen Coco. East, what are you doing? It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Where you at? Yeah, I'm not really sure what he lied and gaslit her about, though. Curiosity took the cat out, though. You know. But despite that, give me 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I think somebody said that Craig was trying to go at Dodge again. What the fuck, bro? What do you mean? Good morning, Felicia. While we're waiting for East, I gotta tell y'all. So the other day I had to have like a cyst removed from my boob, like the underside of my boob right here. And like I couldn't get it wet. I had to keep it dry for 48 hours and leave the bandage on. So I did that. And shower time, sweet shit. Had to take the bandage off. The tape was stuck to the bottom part of my nip. And then like trying to like pull the tape off, it like cracked the thing because they don't sew it. They just let it heal from the inside. They don't sew it. So it cracked it, and then it started bleeding. I was like, the fuck, bro? Oh my God. I want you all to know that if you ever have to have that done, it's not fun. It's not fun. Like, that tape was like melted to my skin. I was literally on the phone with one of my friends as I was trying to take it off, and I'm like, ugh! Like, especially where it was over at the bottom part of my, oh my God. 10 out of 10, don't recommend. Dude, it was fucking ridiculous. The other thing I learned is like, you don't realize like how much that moves, right? Like when you're just doing things with your arms, you don't realize how much like that skin moves and stretches and all of those things, like until you've been sliced open there, and then like you just get like random like pain from like moving around. Like, I can now understand why after people have boob jobs that they're like, yeah, don't do this, this, and this. I'm like, couldn't be me. I'm good. Thanks anyway. Thanks anyway. That tape is wild. Like, truly. Gonna go get my coffee ready. You're gonna need it. You're gonna need it. It's 10 a.m., 11, 12. I got 2 hours and 20 minutes to get ready and leave. Oh, we're waiting on East. I told her that if she wanted to like take a box, she could, and I wouldn't let anybody like up and to fuck with her and whatever while she was in here. Giving her a place to like tell her, talk about her shit. Dude, Felicia, I don't know why this thing, every time you're on here, it's like, please reveal our community gift. You can find it by tapping. What do you mean? What does that mean? What am I supposed to be tapping? What is a community gift, bro? I don't understand. I don't understand. What the fuck? How does this work? I don't know. I don't know how it works. I can't manage to get rid of it. It's not going away. It tells me to do, I don't know what I'm doing. I only woke up because Honey's alarm kept going off. Ew. I woke up before my alarm today. I was not too thrilled about it. Because why would my body let me sleep in? That's diabolical. Why would my body just let me take a nap and sleep in once in a while? I'm up early every day. I don't really sleep in. I rarely ever sleep in. I wish I could. I did a couple weeks ago. I slept until like 10 o'clock the one day, and it was the greatest fucking experience, honestly. It was so nice. It was so nice. It's probably a good thing that I don't get off like school schedule though, and I'm still like, I have to get up for work anyway, so. The other day I woke up at 8:07. My meeting started at 8. 8:07. 7 minutes late. I like ran through the fucking house. Yeah, I was like, fuck. It was bad. I'm sick of my body still. Oh, that's the worst. Like when I had the flu last fall, that's what it was like. Like I felt like shit, but I couldn't sleep. I hated it. I fucking hated it. I was so mad about it. You're fucking so mad about it. You like my t-shirt? Ain't it nice? Ain't it nice? It's a nice t-shirt on my head. It's not a very flattering color on me though. No. It's not a very flattering color. Still, it's so nice. It's so pretty. Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning. How's it going?
It's going.
That's good. You sound like you have like a weight off your chest right now.
It's just, I ain't getting a lot of sleep. A lot of people have wanting to talk to me, like his ex-girlfriend and shit. I just ain't had a lot of sleep.
Oh, is that the ex-girlfriend? Is that the one that he moved to Texas for or whatever? That one?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
God. I can't even fathom what kind of stories she has. So what did he lie? Like, you don't have to give any details you don't want to
It
give.
was like a little white lies that led up to this, y'all. It was little white lies. But he sent me his and Boo's text messages going back and forth, and I had asked him a question because he had told me that he was staying with his granny when he came back to Tennessee. And that's not true. He even told Booze the truth in the text, and he didn't realize the text told the truth. So I just got tired of all this shit. So I said something to him about it. I actually went off on him. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I cussed him like a dog.
I would have
But
loved
it
to
was
hear it, though.
but it was because like I'm just tired of all the little white lies. So I cussed him like a dog. I was getting everything off my chest because I told him something. I was like, dude, don't say nothing, but is this true? And he was like, no, that's not true. So we do the live, and the first thing he starts to do is call out Brittany Ann. So I muted him. And then I called him and I was like, dude, you just fucking promised me you weren't gonna say nothing. I said, nobody wants to do this shit again. Nobody wants to do a rewind of 2025.
Right.
I
Like,
said,
people are
nobody's
telling more people to
interested.
move the fuck on.
Yeah, nobody's interested in it. I don't get clout. I didn't get any clout. I seen Army Sam's comment. I didn't get any clout for taking up for Craig. Everybody already knew me on this fucking app. I didn't get any clout for doing that. So,
I think you got more shit for doing it than anything.
so he had asked me to go live, and I was like, dude, it's early in the morning. Like, I have a life. Monday through Friday, I'm very busy in the morning times. So our schedules they collided because he wanted to go live during the day, but I can't do that. It's Saturday, so I can go live today, but I can't. I don't have the option of staying live all day. I have a life off this app.
Right.
I was like, dude, I can't do that. I spent enough time doing lives, and I was so far behind. It took me a lot of time to catch up in my real life when I was trying to take up for Craig. So he asked me to go live, and I was like, dude, it's early in the fucking morning. I can't go live for a long time. I have to work. So he was like, okay, it won't be long. So we went live, and he did that shit. He was like, you're talking about Brittany and you're talking to Brittany and about my personal life. So I muted him. It's like, I'm not doing this shit, man. Ask you a question. I knew the answer to it. Okay. If I ask you a question and I know the answer, because on June the 23rd, he sent him and Booz's text messages to me. For what reason? I didn't even pay him attention. I didn't even look at him, y'all. I'm so busy with my real life. There's a lot of times people send me shit that I don't even get to look at for a long time.
I get that.
For instance, like that group chat, like I have to literally go back through and I'm like, damn, I don't remember seeing this shit because I'm busy in my real life. I have two phones. Actually, I have three phones. I don't all the time catch texts. It's just I'm busy. So we do the live and I mute him and I call him. I was like, you just fucking promised me you weren't going to say shit. And he's like, yeah, you're right. And I was like, on a fucking public live? Because like if a friend promises you, hey, I'm asking you this question, but you got to promise you ain't going to say shit, dude. That's how it was. So I called him. I confronted him during the live and he was like, you're right. We go back live. Well, he leaves the live at probably like 11:10. I end the live. I was like, dude, I have shit to do. I only went live for Craig, so I got off the live at 11:30. Well, my phone, like, Brittany starts texting me. And Brittany starts asking, she was like, what the fuck is going on in this live? And I'm like, I acted stupid to Brittany. I'm like, huh? We talked about Laura and Dodge. Literally, because I tell the truth about everything. Y'all always say I lie, but that's not the fucking case. So I acted dumb to Brittany. I was like, huh? We talked about Laura and Dodge. And Brittany was like, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So he calls. I called him. I said, "You fucking talk to Brittany." And we're talking about Brittany Ann, not Brittany C, not anybody. For Craig to call Brittany Ann on me, that is fucking insane.
That's diabolical. Considering he screamed for like almost 2 years about how Brittany Ann ruined his life.
He wanted to go live to, drag people. That's why he wanted to go live. He wanted to go live to do a dragon live. That was his intentions. He was like, I got an account because his phone had broke. He had broke the screen to his iPhone. And he finally got into an account because I was trying to help him get into his account. And everything, I was like, dude, you have a pass key on it because I was signed into his backup. Y'all know that, right? Because I went into Dodge's Live. So I was signed up into his backup account that he's got now, the one he's posted on now. And he had broke his phone, so he finally got into an account that said Craig is here or something. And he wanted to do a live to I guess drag people. That was the intentions of the live. He was like, can you go live? And I was like, damn, it's early, dude. I can't do no long live. So we go in there. Of course, y'all, it was the last live I did with Craig, y'all. Everybody can go watch it. It's up on YouTube. You can see me mute him and all that shit. Like I don't have no reason to fucking lie about this shit. So Brittany starts texting me and I was like, what the fuck? So I called him and I said, you went and fucking said something? And he said, this is my real life. So I just unloaded all the shit that I've been through and all the stuff. I just unloaded on him. And I just confronted him about everything on the phone call. And I had the whole Discord listening to the phone call because I didn't want anybody sitting around me to not hear 100% what was being said. So he starts gaslighting me and manipulating me. And I said, dude, this is the same fucking shit you said to Laura. He was like, go ahead, East, you're flipping on me. Go ahead. He said, you've been talking to Brittany Ann for a long time. And I'm like, dude, what? Because my first interactions with Brittany Ann was February the 10th. I called her because I knew me and GOP was coming back on that FOIA. I don't know if y'all think Craig was coming back on that FOIA. That's not what was happening. The FOIA, when the cop was called, it was going to be me and GOP. Because me and GOP were on the phone with Craig, and he tells me, the cops just called me. And I was like, huh? And he was like, the cops are calling me. So GOP was like, pick it up. And I was like, hold on, this don't make sense. Somebody's called and reported you for trying to fight Dodge. I said, but they gave them your cell phone number? And he was like, I'm not answering. He said, I just Googled the number. It's the fucking cops. So GOP was like, call him back. We'll talk to him. So me and GOP, when you dropped that FOIA, Harris, when y'all dropped that FOIA, I realized I looked at the times in my phone of when I talked to the cops. And that was me and GOP coming back on that FOIA, y'all. There was nobody else coming back on that FOIA, that police call, but me and GOP. We are the ones that made the call, returned the call. Dispatch, he called dispatch, said he was his brother. They put in a call. The cops called him back. He didn't answer. Me and GOP called back.
Right.
From Craig's phone. So we were the ones coming back. So yes, I did my call log February the 10th. I did a 30-second call. I was like, grab that FOIA. Because if I was coming back on that FOIA, it was going to be a huge deal. So I started putting pieces together and I'm like, dude, I think we're coming back on that fucking FOIA she's pulling. Because 2 weeks after the cop call, he called and he was like, East, I'm the one that called the cops and acted like my brother. And I'm like, dude, what? So that's when I talked to Laura. And I was like, I said, he's the one that called the cops. Little did I know she's the one that called him first. Her and Craig had already had this deal where she called the cops first, then he did the second call. Yes, Laura's the one that contacted the. She was like, "You call the cops on Dodge, or I'm going to." She said, "You call the cops on Dodge, or I'm fucking going to." So I was like, "That." I go back in my call log and I pull up that because he's like literally trying to convince that I'm going back to Brittany's side. I literally only talked to Brittany, which Brittany could come in here. Like me and Brittany had a conversation last night. She could come in here and she'll tell you It was never like no flipping moment. It was never it was literally just for the email. That's the only reason why I had contact. I started contact with her on the 23rd. It was literally just about the email. So
Right.
on this phone call, like I'm like, dude, I already knew he was lying when I confronted him because he sent me him and Booz's text. So he's like, no, that's not what's the fucking truth. And I'm like, yeah, it is, dude. So we got into it bad. I just told him, like, dude, I just want to step away. And I asked everybody in the Discord how they felt about the situation. And they were like, yeah, you need to, just step away. So I just wanted to step away. He starts blowing everybody's phone up. Everybody that sits with me. Like people he don't even know that I brought over here. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I start texting him like, what the fuck are you doing? Come to find out, he called BC, which we recorded the hour call, and he was literally trashing me to BC,
Wow.
like trying to turn BC against me, saying that I'm addicted to this drama, that I'm pissed off that he won't come back on the app. I'm the one that talked Craig into leaving this fucking app. What the fuck? I've never asked Craig to come back to this fucking app. Not one fucking time. That was his intentions to come back. And it felt like we were going to do a repeat of 2025. Nobody wants to do that, y'all. Everybody just wants to go away. Nobody wants to fuck with this shit anymore. So, yeah, I found out last night he called Brittany in, which he was accused. I have so many texts of him accusing me of doing that. He was just calling everybody, trying to get them to go against me, telling them that I wanted him to come back to the app, that I felt like he abandoned me, that I had to go through all this shit by myself. I'm the one that told him to get off this motherfucker. So none
He
of
makes
that.
up like I don't know if you remember when I walked away from him, but he makes up like a lot of extravagant stories to make you out to be like the crazy person. You're the bad guy. You're the problem, and he's just an innocent bystander. That's like Craig's MO.
That's not the case, though. Like even when Laura was like, "I got him off the app," no,
But
it
the
was me
fact
and
that he
Lefty was
called
like,
Brittany again,
"Yes." He called Brittany the first time by itself, and then he called with Bree, I guess Bree and Grace on the phone, and he called Brittany. Y'all, that should be all I need to tell y'all.
he called
He
the woman
called,
that he claimed ruined his life. I can't.
and I
I
have
never
so
want to
many
see him
text
complain
messages of
about
him
Brittany
saying
again.
that I was trying to
Ever.
team up with the person that was trying to ruin our lives, and it's like, dude, what? That's not even that. None of that shit happened. None of that. Yeah, it's crazy as fuck, man. I still ain't wrapped my head around it.
That's because Craig's not a loyal person. Like he's not a loyal person. He never has been loyal. He never will be loyal. There's nothing about him that's loyal. Craig is about himself, how he can benefit himself, and that's it. That's all.
Hold on, somebody called my phone. It's messing up. I'm gonna jump right back in here.
Okay. Chuck! Yes, I don't care that you're here. Where his loyalty went. Why can't nobody be loyal? Hi, Hannah Banana. I literally, like, he ran around for a year and a half, like a year and a half ish, something ish along those lines, trying to claim that, like, Brittany was, like, trying to ruin his life. And the first thing he does is call Brittany to try to throw East under a bus. Diabolical. What was his
Exactly.
reaction when you went off on him?
It was just denying everything. Like I literally just started pouring everything out. I was just
I know you were
because
probably
me and Lefty had called him. Me and Lefty would like see the lies, and we were like, "Oh, no, this don't even make sense, man." We were like, "This don't even make sense. Like, why would he lie about some of the dumbest shit? Like some of the dumbest shit you don't like." there's no reason to lie about y'all. So I would catch him in little stupid shit, but this, and then he was like, if you catch me in stupid shit, dude, I have so much. Then he starts threatening me, and he was like, uh. I'll go talk to the app about you and Amir. I said, you don't want to do there's nothing that this app doesn't know about me and my ex-husband. But like you don't like what do you think you're gonna expose is the craziest shit to me. Like I'm a
I'm
fucking
just here to
open
say, I
book.
told you so, bitch.
Shut up, bitch.
I don't want to start any shit. Sorry.
I wasn't gonna argue with nobody.
No, I mean, I
Actually,
just don't like. I'm just
I've
trying to
never
keep.
even had a
I'm
conversation with
trying to
her.
keep things
So I don't know.
chill. That's all.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've never even had a conversation with that girl. So how did you tell me anything? First off, let's be real with each other. I've never even had a fucking conversation with you, lady. So you didn't tell me shit.
But
If we
like,
want to be technical about it,
I mean, like, what was I gonna say? No, I don't remember. I was gonna ask you something. I don't even remember what it was. Damn it. No, I know. Like that shit had to have pissed you off though when you're like confronting him and he was just like lying.
no, he was just started threatening me. He
That's what he
started threatening
does.
me.
That's what he does. That's exactly
And
what
I
he
was like,
does.
dude, you don't take these fucking threats. So when I noticed when he started calling everybody, he was trying to find any female to go after me,
Yeah.
basically in the group. So his go to was BC. He don't know a lot of dynamics have changed behind the scenes. So
Well,
that was his first go to.
he also seemingly forgets that like he already did BC dirty once. Like I don't think she's gonna like just automatically believe him a second time. Or well,
Because
maybe.
Craig never lied about. I never caught Craig in lies that mean anything on this fucking app.
Right.
Never. It was always little white lies that he would tell me and Lefty.
I
So you
mean,
gotta
yeah,
think, I thought everything Craig was saying was the truth when it came to the fucking shit on this app.
that's like his
I thought
that's his MO. He loves half truths.
anyway, but that's like I don't know. Then starts throwing Becky's name up, and then he went and joined NCP yesterday.
What is NCP?
Becky's little family.
Oh my god, not another family. Guys, watch out, he's gonna be the fucking general again. Did Lefty walk away from him too? I
Lefty
feel
is my home. Me and Lefty have been best friends. We always promised each other we came in this motherfucker. We're leaving together. That's one of my best friends
I felt
off
like
this fucking app.
I feel like Lefty bounced like a hot minute ago though, because he like I feel like he was done like a while ago and just didn't make a public spectacle of it.
No, Lefty's just literally, he's been doing a lot of things like in real life. Like we've been our real lives have been changing. We've been dealing with changes in our real life.
Right.
So it's not like Lefty left the situation. He's just been, busy. He was kind of speechless last night too.
Well, it's funny too though because Craig's the type of person where he'll be like, "Yeah, like I was busy in my real life," and he'll say some shit like that. But with Craig, that's never the truth. Because if you've ever been friends with Craig, you know that man will have you on the phone all hours of the motherfucking day and the night to talk about the drama, every video posted, every comment made, everything said. Like he's fucking obsessive.
You're right.
Like
But I had already
before
stepped
you
away
came
from
around, at
that.
least when it was like me, Brittany, Cheyenne, James, and Frankie, in like the fall of 2024, like late 2024, it was no joke that he would literally it would be all hours of the day and night. He'd be like, "I need to talk to you guys right now. It's super important." He'd call me in the middle of the day to like tell me something like, "I'm busy."
You're right.
Right. What?
That did happen all the time. But I kind of stepped away and I stopped like answering the phone. Like I just wanted to back up a little bit.
I have a book. Remember? Right, but I'm getting ready. Not that long. I'm starting early, so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, no, he was exhausting. Like, and he had a hard time understanding, like, when people had actually really had things going on in their life. You'd be like, yeah, I'm in the middle of something. People are like, well, it's important, call me. And it was never
Yes.
fucking important.
To him, it felt like important because this app really gets to him. So to him, it feels like it really important at the time, but to you, it don't feel like shit. You're like, well, whatever, fucking let them talk. But to him,
Dude,
it's
do you know how many times I told him to just let people fucking talk and just shut up? He never listened. Like he'd be like, "It ain't that simple. It's affecting my real life." I'm like, "Oh my god."
I encourage him to stay off the app, but that's not what he went back and told. He said that I'm addicted to this app. That I want him to come back, and he has a life, and he can't spend 12 hours a day on this app. And that's not y'all. I'm the one that got him to take a break from this motherfucker. So it's like, why not just be honest about shit?
He
Would
he
be
told me in that call, he made a video, right? He made a video saying, and Grace told you to stop. And how does that feel for Grace to tell you to stop? That's not what happened in that call. That's not what happened in that call, buddy. You called and you were like talking shit. You were talking shit, and I was not even fanning the flames. Okay, my daughter was in the call. My daughter was in the car. I was dropping my car off, my loaner car, and picking up my car from the dealership because I was getting some service stuff done on it. East heard my daughter without any context, has no idea what's happening. Okay, she only heard my side of the conversation. East heard my daughter say the stuff that I was saying to him last night.
Yes, yes.
She has no idea what's what, who's who, doesn't know that shit. Without any prompt, I said, what did you hear me say on that call when we were in the car dropping it off to pick up my car? And she said that you were saying you get too involved in this in the app stuff, and it's not real life, and focus on real life, and stop doing this, blah 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 blah, like the stuff that I was saying, that he gets too emulsing. If I wanted to be a shit starter, like it was very easy for me, but I didn't. Like I kept reading, why does this matter, why does any of this matter? But he was steady telling me and Grace that it was East that wanted him to come back to the app, and he kept telling her he didn't owe her nothing. And then Brittany Shine got on the phone and yelled at him and blah 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 blah. But it's all been East, and she's just lying, saying that I'm manipulating her, and I just want to know what the truth is going on. And somebody's lying on me. I want to tell him. Like the stupidest shit. The stupidest shit. And I hear like I have an opportunity, right? I'm just letting it happen. Buddy, focus on real life. If you got shit going on in real life, do your real life. Then
But
he
that's
makes
not
that
what he
video.
said to me. He goes in and tells me that he finally uh, Grace and Bree finally see that Brittany Ann's a liar, that he had to do it this way. And I could send you all this shit. Like, he had to do it this way. And finally, they see the light. Grace and Bree see the light and all this shit. So I'm like, what the fuck? But in between those texts, he's still saying that I was fixing to flip on him, that I was gonna,
Breeze
like,
down there in the comments. That first call ended because he was threatening her. He was talking shit and threatening Bree.
he said that when we were arguing, he said Bree said she had something to expose, and Grace said stop. There's nothing you can expose, and all this shit. I don't know, y'all. I like really. I'm not gonna get into their personal shit, even though he threatened me with mine. Even though I'm like an open book. There's so much shit that he sent me. He made me think that he never cared for Grace, that he didn't want to. He made us think that he hated her from the beginning. From the fucking beginning.
He
And
always
that's classic triangulation.
when Grace
Mm-hmm.
moved in with him, when he wanted her to move in with him at like the end of 2024, when that all happened, he would complain to me about Grace all the time. And I'm like, well, why did you let her like move in? I don't understand. And he always had these excuses, but it was always this like I'm the savior narrative to his stories.
So when he was leaving Texas, it happened so fast. Like, cause he would say, like, I want to go back to Tennessee. I was like, Craig, you moved up there. You got put on that girl's lease. You got engaged to that girl. I said, you have to man up. That was my response back to him when he would say all that. I was like, you got to man up. I said, you got engaged to her. So when he was leaving Texas, he calls out of nowhere. He kept saying, like, I'm going to save my money up and go back to Tennessee so I can get me a spot. Well, all of a sudden, my fucking phone rings one morning. And he's like, hey, I'm packing my fucking shit up. I'm leaving now. And I knew Sabrina was at fucking work and she didn't know he was leaving. So I'm like shook it. And I was like, what's going on? He was like, my family members are sick. I got to go now. So I'm just now learning none of that was true. Because I told him, if you go back and get with Grace after all this shit that you have told us, I said, don't ever call my fucking phone again. So to me, he had to make it look like he was coming back for another reason. But that ain't the truth. That ain't the truth. Like, I'm just putting all this shit together. I'm kind of shook about it. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I haven't been sleeping much. I just been looking back at shit like, oh my God.
Well, yeah, because there's like a point where you're looking back and like you're connecting things you didn't previously connect in the middle of it all.
Do you think maybe Craig is trying to get ahead of Sabrina coming on this app or
No,
even telling
Sabrina,
people?
I'm going to tell you something. Sabrina would have never, she's messaged me and wanted me to call her this morning. Sabrina would have, that's not her character. I've made a friendship with Sabrina, but that's not her character to get on here
Right.
and start spilling stories. Last night she was drinking. She did get on here and say a couple of things last night, but because I came into the live, but that's not Sabrina. And he told me she won't get on this app and say anything bad about me.
But does Craig know that? Does Craig believe that? Or does he think
He,
that she
he,
might possibly hurt his image?
I don't know. I just know that I haven't called her this morning yet. I haven't messaged her back, but I just know that he don't think she would ever get on here and say anything. Cause I was like, man, you
Because
posted
he
pictures
threatened
with
her in
Grace.
some way. Mark my words, he says this. If he said that to you, it's because he threatened her in some way, shape, or form with something that he thinks will keep her mouth shut. That's why he would be so confident in saying that. But if there's one thing I also absolutely know about Craig, Craig is always fucking worried that somebody's going to out him for the shitbag that he is. So he's always going to try to get ahead of it. Always. He might tell you, oh, I don't think she's going to say anything because he threatened her with something. He said something.
I don't know. I haven't. I just know that I figured that day when he called and how fast he was leaving, I knew she was already at work because that girl works 12-hour shifts. And I knew you could tell she was already at work. It was maybe at 9:45 to 10:30. I'd have to go back and look at the times he called me and was like, I'm fucking packing up. And she would leave early and go to work like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the fucking morning, somewhere around that time. She would go to work. So I knew she did not know he was leaving the house. If that makes sense. And it wasn't a plan because it was an abrupt, I'm packing my shit and leaving. Because he had told me that he was waiting until he was waiting for a piece of mail before he left, and he never got that piece of mail, and it was just all of a sudden he was leaving one morning. I don't know if he got the mail and called me and was like, my family members ain't doing good. And he lied to me because I said, if you go back and be with Grace, don't ever call my fucking phone again. Because I couldn't understand, like, if the situation was volatile and you hated her so much, then why you keep running back to her? None of that made sense to me.
Well, because he never hated her.
Especially if you're in a new relationship and you love this woman so much and you're engaged to her.
He never hated Grace. He hated when he couldn't control her.
I know. So I'm going to tell you that. And when the Laura situation happened, I was rethinking this whole situation. I've said that. Stop texting my phone, bitch, before I block you, Craig.
Is Craig currently
Anyway,
blowing up your phone?
screaming.
Craig,
He's
you
panicking right
lying.
now. He's so
Craig,
worried.
you lying.
I like, I forgot where I was at. Damn.
Oh, you were saying how, like, when the whole Laura thing, you were like kind of
Okay, so when
revisiting
I
it
found
then.
out the lie, the lie with the cops, I did, y'all, start tripping. Because if somebody would lie to you and you're supposed to be a good friend and you're like on the app, like we were screaming, you called the cops on Dodge. I mean, Dodge called the cops on Craig, you fucking snitch. Everybody was up here screaming it to the top of their lungs. Even my fucking best friend Lefty. So I'm like, okay, this situation's fucked. So he calls me 2 weeks later and he tells me that it was me. I got something to tell you, but you can't tell nobody. And I was like, huh? He was like, it was me that called the cops. And I'm like, do what? So that's when I started putting two and two together. Like me and GOP are coming back on this FOIA they're pulling. Oh my God, we're going to be on a fucking recorded call with the cops when he's the one that said he was his brother. The situation was, it kind of fucked us up. So I did start rethinking everything. And I did start tripping because I was like, okay, this motherfucker has lied to me, all these little white lies. But to me, that was a big lie because we were all on the app screaming, but he didn't want me to tell anybody that he called the cops. And that's not who the fuck I am. Like if you called the cops and you made that call, but I have all these people behind me that I call friends that are screaming the same shit that I am. And it's been a lie. I'm not gonna throw them all under the bus because you want me to keep it between us.
What when that all happened with like him calling the cops and the whole situation, why didn't you walk away at that point? Like what was it that kept you from walking away at that point?
I think loyalty, and I had talked to several of the people that I said with, and they were like, it's just little white lies, like fuck it. And I was like, this shit's got me fucked up. And I started like trying to backtrack and go back through everything, which is almost nearly fucking impossible. The amount of text messages that I've got from Craig and both my phones, it was almost, I don't have time. I don't have days and weeks on end to make a fucking notebook and a whiteboard and do all that shit. So I couldn't like say he's lying like 100% on some of this shit. I knew the white lies he was lying about, but I couldn't like connect all the dots. That's what I'm trying. There was no time to connect all the dots. So I kind of overlooked it because we talked him into taking a break from the app and he was off the app. Shit was dying down. So when this situation occurred, when I said something to him, he shouldn't have sent me him and Booze's messages. I'm not going to go into details. Brittany knows why, but I knew what I heard wasn't a lie, and he still was lying about it. I don't know, man. This whole situation's fucked up, man.
But I mean, your gut instinct at that point told you, like, if he's willing to lie about little shit and now this, which isn't little anymore, it's not just a little white lie. You didn't listen to yourself.
But I backtracked. I did. But I got on that. I told everybody, like, hey, we're not doing this defending shit no more. We're gonna sit back. We're gonna do our shit on the app. Like, we stopped doing that whole defense thing. Like, we're not gonna defend you 100%. We don't know what the fuck's true. So we stepped back. He got off the app. It wasn't a fucking problem.
Right.
It wasn't a fucking problem at that point. for us to all keep our stance on what we thought happened and what we thought occurred. It wasn't a huge deal because everything was dying down. But when I asked him the situation that I asked him about, and he was like, "No, that's not the fucking case." And I'm like, "You told Booze it was. Why you tell Booze something different than what the fuck you're telling me?" Because I don't know if he
Did he
realized
have
he
an
would do that
answer
all
for
the
that?
time. No, he was just gaslighting and manipulating me and saying, "You're about to flip on me. Go ahead and do what the fuck you're gonna do." And I was like, "Wow, this is the same shit you did to fucking Laura, Craig." I said, you said the same shit. I said, it's on fucking repeat. And I was like, there's stuff that happened in my personal life with Craig and Amir. There are situations that happen between Craig and Amir where Amir hates that fucking man. There was like off this out personal life shit that happened. I
There
don't know,
was
y'all.
no, just to be clear, there was no accusation of like Craig and he's flirting. It has nothing to do with that. It just to
No,
clear that up before that gets misconstrued. It has nothing to do with that at all. Nothing.
no, no,
It was never like a infidelity type of thing.
no, 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 no.
No, not even
It
close. Not
was
even
just
close. Just
No,
in
other
no.
case.
shit, just
Yeah,
general
I
shit.
just in case because the way these forgive me for jumping in, but the way that it was said, I just wanted to make that clear so that there
No,
wasn't assumptions
I ain't
made.
never been
Yeah,
attracted to Craig. I've never.
we don't need the rumor
No,
mill to create something that didn't
Right.
happen.
It has nothing
Yeah,
to do with anything like that.
no. It had to do with money. My Amir funneling out a lot of fucking money within a short time frame with a lot of fucking money. And the vehicle that because Craig's a master mechanic, so he was kind of steering Mir in one direction. Like I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Amir spent $42,000 in a 45-day period on a truck, and the engine was already gone out of the truck. And he was going off of what Craig was telling him to do.
What the
So
fuck?
that situation that's what happened. Which caused a lot of conflict between me and Amir because I told Amir, hey, listen to this guy. He's a master mechanic. He can lead you into the right direction. But he was talking to the shops for Amir, and Amir funneled out a lot of fucking money, and it hurt Amir financially. That's what it had to do with. It's no situation like
That
that.
pissed me
Yeah,
off too.
yeah.
That's a lot of
It's
fucking
just
money.
yeah, and it was cash, like it was his savings, and it was a huge deal. So
Yeah,
that's that.
Craig telling people he's a master mechanic is hysterical.
Well, he was working as a mechanic, so there was a reason. He never was cutting trees. He was a mechanic in Texas. He just told y'all he was cutting trees.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
mean,
how y'all didn't put the noises together anyway.
but he's no mechanic either.
No, ain't no going back, Dodge. I don't know what the fuck you down there talking about. You don't know me like that, and there's no going back. You can go cry and kiss his ass later, okay, sir? You can do that. I've dealt with this shit for a long time, and there's no fucking going back. So you can go kiss his ass and cry about it later,
I
because that's
pers-
what you and him do.
I'm personally proud of East for walking away.
And you know what else he told me on that call? He said, Ace is all worried because she's sitting here telling me, and Courtney's back on the app, and Courtney's back on the app. I'm like, bro, I don't know what's wrong with you. She never left. You're an idiot if you think she left. She never fucking left. She was never
So we
gone.
just
I don't
thought
know
She's
what
she
been
you
here
died
the whole
down. I
time.
didn't say, and I never was said anything about her being back on this out.
And who? What?
Somebody else said that. I don't care if she's back on. I never gunned for that girl like that. That was Laura's shit. I never like. If you say yeah, I'm telling his story like he said it was a lie, da da da. But I never gunned for her. That was not a thing. You show me where I maybe we exchanged words, but it was never. I didn't care if Courtney was back on this app, y'all. We were done with the situation. So I don't know why the fuck he even said that. That's weird. Somebody said she had commented on something. I didn't even fucking read the comment. She had commented on Britney's post or something. I didn't even fucking read it. I don't care if she's back on this app. That situation does not involve me. He lied about everything, and I don't understand that. Even when he had the phone call with Britney, I have so many texts. I finally got them to see the truth. I'm like,
This is the same man
the
who.
last text, I kept telling him, just give me a minute, man. Just give me a minute. Like, I need to process this shit. Instead of him giving me a second, he was literally calling everybody, trying to turn them against me. Like I did something wrong, but everybody heard our phone calls. I was on my phone on speaker, and then I had everybody else in Discord like on speaker. So everybody heard the whole thing. So he was blowing these people's phone up, not knowing that they had heard everything that happened between us. He was like, BC was on the phone. BC wasn't on the phone, Brittany Ann. She was in Discord. I was on a whole different phone. She never came on the call. She said something in
Damn.
Discord and he overheard her.
Damn.
So when he was trying to save his ass, everybody already heard. When he was blowing everybody up, trying to get them to flip on me, they heard everything. Yeah, they'll tell you down there, they heard everything. Because I wanted to be up front, like, this is what the fuck is fixing to happen, and this is what the fuck is being said. Everybody heard everything. So when he's blowing up these people's phone and he's like, East did this and this, and they're like, no, we heard East, man. We heard the whole phone call. It was 2 separate phone calls, but they heard everything. They're down there in the comments. We heard it. We heard it.
Yep. Best
He,
way to combat triangulation is for people to have conversations and compare what he's telling one person or telling the other person, like, is to compare notes. Just
Well,
compare.
that's how.
Everybody should just compare notes. That's it. Without I won't even get involved. Y'all just compare notes.
That's
It's
how.
not
That's
about
how
me.
James. That's how James and I started connecting the dots, because James and I would start, like, we started having conversations, just the two of us, and we would compare what, like, he would tell James and what he would tell me. He's a very,
you
he
know, if
can
there's
be
a
very
lot of notes to
convincing liar. I
compare
will say that.
because, yeah, he's got some shit to work on at his ripe ass age. That's all. Like he's got some shit to work on. Talking about he's gonna come on the app and speak about me and Amir. There's nothing that motherfucker can tell y'all that I wouldn't. You know what I mean? We haven't been together for a long time. So y'all
East,
getting on this app
East,
posting
wait a
Amir.
minute.
Me and Amir
It's
hasn't been together for a long fucking time. We
but
just co-parent good.
but East, this is the same guy who was like running around for like an entire year talking about how my ex-husband lived with me and my husband like it was some big secret. Like he
Guys,
thought he had something
I'm
with them.
listening. I'm listening, but I'm gonna drop my the sweetest chubby cheek widow babies here, my little niece. I'm
Aw.
gonna go. I'm gonna go win best aunt in the world. So, okay, guys, I'm listening. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Hi, Britt.
He's a man almost 50. Yeah, like he's literally almost 50 years old. And this the shit he does.
So his thing was to go tell everybody that I had been connected with Brittany and I had been talking to her this entire time, and that's what he was running and telling everybody. But then when he started throwing the threats, like threatening me with Becky, and I'm like, dude, ain't nobody fucking scared of Becky. I don't. So then I try to call Becky to like have a conversation, like tell her what's going on. She runs back. Becky, man, don't ever contact me, bitch. You ran straight back to him. East is trying to call me. Fuck you, you raggedy ass bitch. As many conversations as we've had off this fucking app, bitch. What the fuck? You told me to leave Craig a long time ago. Then you lied and told Craig that I was trying to team up and grab a bunch of people to go after him. That's not the case, Becky. Why would you lie on me like that? I fucking have took up for you so many fucking times. You've done nothing for me. Nothing. So why would you lie and say that I was trying to get y'all to team up to go after Craig? That's not what happened, Becky.
I'm gonna need you to
What
tap your
is?
brain, please.
I'm gonna watch my mouth. I don't know why you lied though. I was just gonna have a conversation and tell you what happened. We're not gonna try to turn you against nobody. I'm not like that. I'm not doing no triangulation with you. I don't understand why you did that. And
So
you
wait, are
run
you
back to
saying you were
Craig.
just trying to like compare notes?
So after all, he came trying to contact people he don't know that came over here with me, him blowing everybody's phone up, having conversation, trying to turn them against me, have the recorded call I could play of him talking an hour on the phone with BC, trying to turn BC, trash talking me. He then texts me and is like, "You fucking calling people about me?" I said, "I ain't calling." No, I said I was gonna have a conversation with Becky. He said, "You fucking called Nickel." I said, "I ain't fucking called Nickel. The fuck are you talking about? I've not had a conversation with Nickel about you on no phone."
That's
But he tried to blame what he was doing to me on me. Like, dog, I wasn't never gonna say anything on this app. I still have not leaked anything on your ass.
he's
Dude,
paranoid.
and you know, I have hundreds and hundreds of texts, and you know how much shit I got, Craig. I
Is
still ain't
this
done that,
like
even though you still tried to turn everybody against me. I'm still not like that.
is this like within maybe like the last week that he started doing this that you guys had this fallout?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It started 4 days ago. It just started, y'all, but he just wouldn't stop.
That's because he's paranoid. He knows what a piece of shit he is, and he knows people have proof of what a piece of shit he is. That's why he does it.
And I don't get it. Like if somebody's telling you like they just want to walk away, I still don't understand. Like if you're friends and you adore somebody and you love them and all this shit, why you decide to be vengeful and go to people and try to turn them against? That don't make sense to me. Why you just don't walk away if you ever cared at all?
I have
All the
text
shit that I
messages.
put up with taking up for him though.
I have
All the
text
shit that
messages.
happened to me.
I have text messages from Craig last summer when he told me about when April and I stopped being friends and all that shit happened. He was texting me telling me how like April had reached out to him. Okay, cool, whatever. But like simultaneously, he's like, "I still love you, girl," in a text message to me. And then like the very next day was on live trying to talk shit about me. That's Craig. That's what he does. Like his idea of love is a really strange fucking thing.
Yeah, but to be at his age though, Paris, I just can't. I
He's a
don't understand it.
narcissist. It's because he's a narcissist. You can't understand a narcissist. It's literally impossible to do.
I can because I was married to one for 14 years.
But
But
I guess what I'm trying to say is you can't reason their behavior. Like most people's behavior, you can like put some reason and some logic into it and kind of decipher what's happening. With people like that, like no matter how much you're like think about it, you're like, well, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. But he's a fucking narcissist.
I hope he just gets his shit together, man. I'm still not on here. The threats is what tripped me out. The threats of him
Well,
like
because
trying to cut.
he
Like he
thinks he
sent me
has
some
like some
awful
pull
shit.
somewhere. He thinks he has pull somewhere. That's the funny part about it.
Yeah, but even though me and Amir we haven't seen eye to eye, I could never do what he was saying about Grace to Amir. I don't know. It's not me in me. I don't know. A lot of it fucked me up.
Him and Booze reconciling
That's because
totally makes sense now.
Oh my God, that tripped
Let me
me out. And
translate.
I don't know why he thought that was okay with me and why he sent me their messages of
Whose
him
messages?
telling Booze, him and Booze, of Booze being such a good person. And it's like, dude, do you forget everything he's done to all of us? Yeah, and then y'all want to know what's even more crazy? What he was telling people? That I'm the reason he never took charges on Brittany, that I don't know when to shut the fuck up. And like, what? He said that the lawyer told him he couldn't press charges on Brittany because I was still going. Like, I don't have nothing to do with your charges, sir. You going after somebody. I've never even met you in real life. I didn't take up any of those offers to meet you in fucking real life. So how can I
His,
stop you from getting charges on Brittany? And
you
so
know,
they
his
say,
lawyer,
like, dude, that don't even make
lawyer was
sense.
in an entirely, his lawyer was in an entirely different state than he was living in.
But the whole time he was in Texas, he was telling us that I'm up here now. I can take charges. I'm in the same state. Y'all, there's a reason why he didn't take charges on her, and it ain't got nothing to do with
And
me.
his lawyer was literally just this weird friend guy of his. Like, it wasn't even like, he didn't even have a paid lawyer. It wasn't real like that.
I don't even think the guy's a lawyer. I thought they said he did something else. The Greg guy. I don't know.
I don't remember that part. I just know that he's definitely not like if he's a lawyer, he's definitely not Craig's lawyer. That's for damn sure. Craig couldn't afford a lawyer.
Now you
And
feel
something to check
stupid,
his comments.
Dodge.
I don't know that he and Booze ever actually stopped talking because he would always try to play like he was fighting with Booze, but then every other time I turned around, like throughout, like there was always throughout the last year, there were multiple instances where like Craig would act like he hated Booze, but then he'd call Booze and have like a whole conversation with Booze.
Yeah, but you gotta think he in those text messages, he's basically telling. Remember Mojo putting up Booze's dad's profile pic and his pic. Y'all remember that? He done that because he had my daddy's picture up. But in these text messages he sends to Booze, he basically tells Booze that Mojo's up for the chopping block because he should have never done that. It's like, dude, what? He was taking up for me? My dead daddy was everywhere. Even though
Craig
we
doesn't
told
want
we
to.
told Mojo to take it down. Mojo was taking up for us. Why does Mojo? Okay, he's a man. He can handle his own. Like, that's supposed to be your friend, dude.
That's because nobody's actually Craig's friend. Like nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody is legitimately Craig's friend. Craig doesn't have friends. Craig has people he uses to his benefit.
I hope he figures his shit out. I did not ask Craig to return to this app. He's running around telling people that I wanted him to come back, that I was left alone, and that I just left to defend myself. Y'all, we talked him to get off this app. That's a lie. Uh, he wants to come back, and he wants to do day lives, and he wants to do dragon day lives. Dodge, if you would have held on a minute, he would have came to you. You would have had him, but you throw people under the bus too quick. You would have had him, Dodge. You wanted him. Dodge wanted Craig back on this app. He was begging Craig to come back to this app. That's the
I
fucking
didn't know
truth.
that. I didn't know that. That's crazy.
When you coming back, Craig? On so many recorded calls. That's the truth. Dodge was begging Craig to come back.
Wow.
Ain't that right, Dodge? You wanted to get your numbers up.
But Craig
And
wanted
when he
to
lost that big account, you thought, fuck,
a couple
you
weeks
can't come on here with
ago
the numbers.
when the whole email thing was happening a couple weeks ago. Craig wanted to act like, oh well, I've been off the app and I have no interest in coming back to this. Like that's how he acted a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he was begging Craig to come back. Every time he talked to Craig, when you coming back to the app, Craig? That was Dodge doing that shit. Only Dodge wants to relive 2025. Only Dodge. Because he ain't got shit else to talk about. All right, y'all. I have a lot of stuff to do. I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot more lives. I don't know. With the way he's acting, he just couldn't walk away and just be okay with shit.
No, he's incapable of doing that. He's completely incapable. Because now he thinks now Craig is in the mindset of I need to get ahead of this. I need to smear her before she can smear me. That's why he called Brittany. I need to make her the bad guy before she can make me the bad guy.
How mind blowing is that he called Brittany though?
That's fucking diabolical. Like I said, he ran to Brittany, who he's like, she ruined my life for over a year. Ran to Brittany for 10.
So that video he made, he fucked up because I'm guarantee you that I'm not the only one he told that to.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I also, I've had a lot of questions over that email thing. And since that screenshot originally came from Craig.
Well, let me see. I'm going to say about that, y'all, unless Craig fabricated that message the day he received it, which I don't see him doing with Craig. He's not that fucking smart.
But listen, he actually is smarter than you give him credit for.
Okay, but you think he would alter it on August the 21st and take a screenshot the day she sent it within an hour after sending it to him? No fucking way. No.
Listen.
Brittany don't even think that.
Well, hold on. I can actually tell you with absolute certainty that message is altered because if you look at it, not like Laura had a valid point. If you look at that message, the bubble for the picture is too close to the text bubble. But the other bigger thing here is if you take that and you adjust the colors on it, like the exposure and the brightness, you can actually see some kind of overlay there. It's not. And if you go into your inbox right now, you take a picture. I'll send you the screenshots because I recreated the whole thing. There's not going to be like an overlay in the messages that
There's not.
But in that message that he had,
no, there's not, Paris. I'm telling you, no, there's not. No, there's not. We had that man go in, record his camera gallery, select the picture, show the picture has been not edited, not dates changed, none of that.
No, but what I'm saying to you is, listen, he could have put it into some kind of AI generator. I literally did it. I put a screenshot of a message from somebody on this app into ChatGPT. And I said, make it say this. Ask Laura. I sent it to her. It looked identical to the message that he shows in that screenshot. And it says it's a screenshot, but the crazy thing about it, he could have taken a screenshot off of AI.
Not on no iPhone, you can't. If you change the date in an iPhone, it tells you that it's been edited.
No, I'm not talking about the date.
I'm talking about Laura. She's saying that you could change the date. If you change it to August 21st, it will save as August 21st. Like, I can send y'all. There's recordings
East
of his
is
camera
correct.
roll.
It would show that it's edited.
But yes, and there's recordings of his camera roll that we cannot post because they have somebody's tallywhacker in them, like Craig likes to say. Hundreds of pictures of the tallywhacker. So it cannot be the screen recording that's showing you it's unedited. Brittany could tell you it's not edited. Not whatsoever. We already been through that since June the 23rd is when we started on that email. We've already did everything. I don't know why he can't log in and get his data from that account. Because if he did, Laura, I think you would really be fucked. And it don't make sense to me of why you wouldn't have an account called Brittany Ann Peekaboo at Gmail, but you got Brittany Parker 1 at Gmail. Her real fucking name. You sent that login to GOP. So that don't make sense to me. You could dismiss me with that bullshit, girl, because we've looked and I can show that you were in the Brittany Ann Peekaboo account the day that you fucking messaged that. You're in lives. I got those receipts from Brittany. You're in lives while he's in the box with his camera on, not touching no phone. And you're commenting.
All I'm going to say is this. Is there a possibility Laura did it? Yes. But don't discount Craig and how smart he actually is when he wants to fucking fake some shit. Don't discount that man. He's smarter than y'all give him credit for.
But from what I've seen, that screenshot was sent on the 21st. It showed unedited. It showed that nothing was changed.
But hold on. But listen to what I'm saying. If he took a screenshot, say just hypothetically, he put it into ChatGPT, whatever AI, and said, make this message from this person say this thing, the same way that I did. And he took a screenshot of this created image from AI, then the screenshot is going to show as a screenshot on that day and unedited. That's my point. Like, he can make it look like it's an unedited screenshot, but it still doesn't make it real.
But even with her thing, even with her saying, there's nothing, I could show you, there's nothing wrong with that thing. There's no fucking spaces. I don't know what the fuck she did with her screenshot.
No,
But the original screenshot.
Hold on, because I took the exact screenshot that you sent me and zoomed in, and there is almost no space between the text bubble and the picture bubble. So there is something weird about that screenshot. Like, and I'm not trying to defend Laura.
That's y'all's opinion. That's y'all's opinion. But my opinion is going to be stand stone that there's nothing. He would have never. Why would he, back in August the 21st, make it look like Laura sent him a Brittany Ann peekaboo at gmail.com login when he never knew this fucking.
When did.
Because we got doxxed in July over it.
When did Laura walk away from Craig?
September. The end of September.
Only a few weeks after this.
Yes.
Okay. And if he wanted to, say, convince people that Laura was untrustworthy, disloyal, and a problem, only a couple weeks later, and it's very similar to how he's been trying to paint you already. I'm just saying, like, really, like, think about it. We don't have proof it's anybody, but really think about it. He had an MO. He did.
Let's just exchange what I got and let me show you what I got.
Yeah,
because what I got can't be posted.
All right,
like, I don't have a problem sending you what I got and how I came up with my conclusion.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem. Yeah, let's just do that because I'm still gonna have my stance.
I've seen what East is talking about, and it's pretty convincing. I haven't been able to disprove it, so
right.
Like, if he did it, I would not have a problem saying he did it. But y'all coming off saying I did it? No, really, East, I know he did. No, don't play me with that bullshit.
I don't think you did it.
No, I would have never took the time to write somebody an email. Y'all, I have so many emails I don't even fucking check on a daily. Brittany knew that wasn't me off the rip. But then Laura makes this video. If it wasn't you, then y'all were working together. Like, dismiss me with that shit. I am not sending nobody. Fucking, first off, I don't like going real life at all. And I don't feel like to me, y'all have to be a certain type of crazy to send somebody's baby mama a message like you know them in fucking real life. When all you know them is from a fucking app. And the dates, like, I have to show you the dates of when her and Augie were flooding our inboxes with the same day that somebody was sending him the email. It was the same day they're posting his family. He's getting doxxed. We're getting doxxed. He put out my daddy's deceased taxes. I didn't understand why. So I'm like, well, I'm in the chat.
And
like, why did I make him so mad?
Is there a chance that it's Augie behind it?
There may be.
I think so. I think Augie is right up there in one of the top fives.
They did shit all the time without me knowing. Just like the Augie, I'm just now finding out that when he went to Dodge the last time and I wasn't okay with it, and that confusion happened between me and GOP. Y'all remember that, right? Yeah. I'm just finding out that Craig told them to do that.
Oh my God.
So Augie thought she was listening to Craig, and she was like, Craig told us to do it. And GOP said he called our phone back then dogging you. He said, I just didn't want to get in y'all's friendship. And I'm like, do what? He said, the same call you got recorded of BC is the same call he did with me and Augie. He said, it's the same thing. So Craig's been trash talking me for a fucking while.
I mean, I'm not at all surprised. Like, I'm truly not.
I don't know what's going on with Craig. I think Craig need to go get some help.
Craig, we're talking about Laura. He compared himself to Jesus.
Laura, can I give you just a little word of advice? This is not your moment. You can try and make it your moment, but
Oh man.
I would just suggest trying to go sell that somewhere else, okay? This isn't gonna be your moment. I wish Connie would just shut the fuck up for once.
Yeah, I don't want a conversation with
Yeah.
as much shit as you got on this fucking app and done. There's no conversation to be had, girl. None.
Yeah. So let's just focus on one thing.
It's probably a good route to take.
Email gate is probably not going to be one of them.
No.
Or Laura trying to prove she was right, save the day, and become besties with East again.
You couldn't tell me that she ain't the one that contacted my brother because she's the one that posted his page and my brother started getting contacted. And then she lied on me and said I doxed her daughter 6 times in a live. I don't even know that girl's daughter's name. That was a fucking lie. Laura said a lot of fucking lies.
I didn't even know Laura.
Yeah, you will never be friends because I wouldn't allow you to, bitch. You came
Paris.
over here. Craig, there was nothing I could do to make East cry. Why can't you accept me back, Craig? I never done nothing to you that nobody else on the app hasn't done. And then you try to tell us it was about you fucking trying to manipulate us. Get the hell out of here. You tried to reroute and come back.
Also,
Tell that shit to somebody else.
Some administrative housekeeping here. Natural Born Citizen keeps requesting up.
I don't know who that is.
It's the guy that was like after Dodge at one point.
Right. If you want to state what you want to come up for, fine, but this also is not your movement either.
Yeah,
let's stay focused.
We're not talking about Dodge right now, like that.
Right.
Like, no, we can have a separate fiasco for that, but no. Yeah.
You going somewhere today, Paris? Getting all pretty.
I
Where
saw
you
him friend
going?
request. I'm like, what?
Where
I
are
have
you
a
going
book
today?
signing today.
Oh, well, I hope you have a blessed day.
Thanks, you too. You know, I'm trying to not wait till last minute to get myself prepared because I'm last minute Nancy a lot of the times.
Yeah, you got a book signing today.
I didn't know
That's
she had
so
a book.
exciting. I'm so excited for
You
you.
have a book?
She's got a book. She wrote a
Well,
whole ass.
Yeah, I wrote a whole book.
congratulations.
Yeah, I had a book signing on the 4th, and then I have another one next weekend too. So, and then I get a few weeks off, and then I'll have another one. So
Well,
we're working on it slowly but
congratulations.
surely.
Proud of you, girl. Go do your thing.
Thanks.
Well, y'all, I hope y'all have a blessed. I'm sure there'll be more lives. I'm sure he's going to get on here and do a lot. Okay?
Yeah, I have no doubts he's going to try to get ahead of everything. None.
Just don't know
None.
how he's going to explain like what he's already told everybody. And that's not the truth. That's not the truth. Like, I've begged him to get back on this app, and I don't know what kind of picture he's painting to NPC, but it's not the case. I know it's not the truth.
Nothing he says is the truth. Literally ever. He sets people up
It
before
sets
he makes.
people, yeah, he didn't have a chance. He didn't have a chance, y'all. That whole Discord heard. I was smart enough to do it on
That's
both
what he was trying
phones.
to do by calling Brittany in, though, is like set you up in
Yeah, because
advance.
then he was accusing me in my text messages of teaming up with Brittany and flipping on him while he's talking to her.
Yeah.
But then he says his phone call with Brittany that Grace finally sees that Bree is a troublemaker and Brittany's a liar. And that's all he wanted to do. So he's sorry, but he succeeded at what he wanted to do.
I can't. Listen, I will say though, East, you do sound like you have like a weight off of your shoulders. Like your energy feels different after this. Like
This will never happen again. This will never fucking happen again. I have learned a valuable lesson through this shit.
Yeah.
Well, I hope y'all have a good day. Everybody have a blessed day.
You too. We'll talk
I
later.
will talk to you. Okay, congratulations, Paris.
Thank you. Bye guys. I'm gonna pop off here. I need to go finish getting ready and get dressed and load up my books and do all the things. So
All right, you have the best day ever with that.
bye guys. Thanks, Trace.
Yeah.
Bye.